It's three guys who combined to play 15 seasons in the National Football League trenches. Well, two guys. And Mackey, who didn't do shit. This is the O-Line Committee.
And we are dangerously live right now on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel.
Scary
you are
thing.
looking
I
live.
love going live, guys. It makes me so excited.
It makes me anxious because I just never know what's going to come out of this Yahoo on my left here.
Oh, it's coming out today.
There's just that pucker factor because you're like, if we record it, and you can be like, Mackey, just edit that out. And like,
Go, Mick.
Yeah,
don't
it's
let
true.
him.
We do have a say, but how many? Okay, in the 3 years we've been doing this podcast, is it 3? 2.5. 2.5. It was like 3 seasons, but 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we? I'll venture to say that we, on the very few times we've had to edit something out in post, it's been like Jeremiah said something
sure.
that Agent Jeremiah.
I don't
said
disagree
something.
with that, but it is also indicative, Boone, that it's been 3 years and I'm still nervous.
See, that's
Right?
the problem is, a big fire's coming, and everyone's getting nervous because they're like, the longer you wait, the more explosive it
that's the
is.
thing is,
and it's even I know this. Even I'm getting ready
in
for
3
it.
years, he's proven that it's not, he's probably going to be fine, but there's still that little voice in the back of my head that's like, but it's still Alex. It's still Boone.
There are times I want to, and I stop and I go, I could be Jose Canseco right now, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to be that guy. Never.
I need to get you those WWJD bracelets to make sure. Just look down. What would Jesus do?
We need WW. Here's what we're selling now: WWBD bracelets. What would Booney do?
What would
Or
Booney
R?
do?
What would Rhino do?
What would the Rhino do?
Scary.
I'm so excited.
Couple things before we get to some dumb football questions. We have a juicy slate of games making our picks this week, but Underdog is a great fun place for you football-loving freaks out there to win some money. So all you have to do, hold on a second, let me pull this comment off the.
What do you got?
Should we see? Take that off so you can see the Underdog code. You can help us out and yourself by downloading the Underdog app, using the code OLINE for $100 in bonus entries. And tonight we have a banger on Thursday Night Football, Cowboys and Lions. And you can go in right now if you want. So Jared Goff is listed at 252.5. It's higher or lower on that. Dak Prescott, 270.5 passing yards, higher or lower on various statistics. And you put together multiple players, and boom, it's that easy. Underdog app, code OLINE gets you $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Must be 18 plus. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org in New York, or call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
Was that a mess up on you, or is that a mess up on the?
It was an Emmy on me. It was an Emmy. It was a fat.
That's an SFR
Emmy.
too.
SFR and an Emmy.
Fucking rookie.
Yeah, right. SFR. All right, boys. First dumb football question from me, and then we'll get to ones from the audience here. News came out this morning that the Kansas City Chiefs starting left tackle is on injured reserve now because of wrist surgery. So Josh Simmons. And my dog
who's been
Maya
playing
is a huge
like a
Chiefs
dog.
fan, is not happy out here.
Yeah.
So Josh Simmons, IR, the same week that the Chiefs, who are 6-6, are fighting for their playoff lives, and we'll pick that game later against the Texans. So my dumb football question is, can the Chiefs still make a run to the Super Bowl? Or are we off that now after the Josh Simmons news and the current state of things?
I mean, I think if they play the Texans this week and they can't protect Mahomes, the answer is no. Because as they continue to go through the playoffs, they're going to find guys. And what's the one way that you can beat the Chiefs is you don't let Mahomes throw the football on you. You get to him. You make him move. You're not talking about, and I think that Dan Moore did a nice job. Or is it Dan Moore? I think it's Dan Moore.
No, it's I'm looking it up right now.
There's Wanya Morris. Then they traded for Moore, or they went and signed Moore in the offseason from San Francisco. And then you have Jawan Taylor on that side. That's, the most penalized O-lineman in the NFL. But you look at it and you go, man, I'm not sure that they've got enough pieces now up front. Losing Simmons, I know he wasn't there for a big piece that middle part of the season, but they lost some games there that they probably shouldn't have. I think this Simmons injury could be the nail in the coffin of like, man, we're just not going to be able to keep Mahomes upright long enough to go through with the amount of hits he's already taking, especially playing against this Houston defense right now. That is just absolutely nightmarish on the edges.
Listen, you can we can all sit here in this world of like, oh my God, Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., and it's going to be amazing. You still have to go out and stop Mahomes, and you have to stop him from doing Mahomey things, right? And I'm not saying that running the ball 32 times for 32 yards is effective, but what it does is it starts to beat on your defense, and then he just starts to go in the air on you. So at some point, it's like, yes, not having Josh Simmons is going to be huge, right? The dude is a stud. There's no question. When he's out there, the offensive line looks completely different. Like, agreed. You're kind of watching the game going, who's the guy on the left side of the screen fighting everybody? Did he just kick someone? Like, the dude is super fun to watch. By the way, he's half the sizes of everyone else on the O-line. Have you seen him in his jersey? Like, he's cut. He's got these arms. He's looking at the ref like, I'm going to fight you next, too. What'd you call me for being in the backfield? I was like, I like this dude. He's got an attitude, right? You lose him and you're like, this could be trouble. But then all of a sudden you go, this offense is so loaded still that what's to stop Andy from going, hey, listen, I get that we have problems here. Here's our solution. It's called the quick game. It's called the reverse game. It's called we're going to pound the ball up the middle a little bit. And then we're going to toss it outside a little bit. And then we're going to play action everything a little bit. And then we're going to Hollywood Brown this over here and Xavier Worthy this around here. And there's so many answers that, yes, losing Josh was a huge piece of this offense. But I still see Andy Reid going, okay, well, we've been in worse situations. Calm down, right? We've had Patrick Mahomes where he can't even leave the pocket, and we still somehow won games. Like, we were literally like, put a bullseye right here, and teams still couldn't do it.
I think they're down 3 linemen. I think Kansas City is down 3 linemen right now. I think they're down both tackles and Trey Smith. Is that right? I mean, let me look up. Hold on. Let me look up the Kansas City.
Endo's in.
Kansas City.
As we Google Chiefs injury report here. Here it is. This is from Chiefs.com. This is the official Chiefs.com report. So the DNPs, Trey Smith, Jawan Taylor, DNP on Wednesday.
Yep.
And then, left tackle Simmons.
So it'll be Wanya Morris and Kelly Endo then. And
it's a triceps and a knee. It's always bad this time of year when it's like, you've got this injury. There's not enough room on one line to fit all your injuries, and you did not practice. And Trey Smith's an ankle right now.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. But still, it's Mahomes, dude. Like, it's going to be.
You can keep saying that, but how did the Bills beat Mahomes? How did they beat him? Listen, they got to him.
Okay, I'm not mad. You're mad.
Did you not watch Wanya Morris? You're making you sounding.
Jay, they're still
Tony
in the
Romo
hunt.
here.
That's the only reason we're talking about them.
They're hovering. They're hovering. They're not in the hunt.
They're in the hunt. Okay, doesn't matter. They still have that shred of evidence where everyone goes.
They're creeping.
Until your Giants would have decimated them and they would have for sure not been in this, we wouldn't be talking about this. But we're like,
my Giants are 2-10.
Here's the question everyone's saying to themselves right now. Even with the decimated offensive line, can Patrick Mahomes still pull this off? And maybe even a little bit of a shitty defense. Could he still pull this off? And you go, damn it. I've seen him do this 3 times already. Like, when does it stop? It stops when they're officially out. I'm sorry, dude. I can't count them out.
Do you have it? I can't remember. Is this game on our pick'ems?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Okay, good.
I had to leave a game off. I had to leave. There's so many good games.
Oh, it's going to be an insane weekend. Dude, tonight's game,
debate it.
It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see what happens.
I would say Kansas City has 2 guaranteed wins on their schedule.
That's it.
At Tennessee and at Vegas. That gets them to 8. I think they have to get to
10.
Minimum 10.
Yeah,
they
minimum
have to
10.
Get to 10.
Because the 7 seed right now is the Buffalo Bills at 8-4. And the Colts are 8-4 in the 6th seed. The Chargers are 8-4.
And the Bills still get the Jets and Miami
and the Dolphins in Buffalo, right? I think maybe I'm wrong.
But they have to go to the Patriots.
But you got to look at tiebreakers too. That's the other piece. Jacksonville has the tiebreaker over Kansas City. Buffalo has the tiebreaker over Kansas City. Like, it's getting to the point.
The Chiefs are 3-4 in conference right now.
It's getting to the point. It's getting to the point where they're going to have to rely on other people. Like, they may not control their own destiny down the stretch.
If they win out, I think they're fine. I think they're fine if
they win out. But what's giving
question.
us confidence that they're going to win out? I mean, I don't have a ton of confidence.
That's 5
right
more
now
games, right? That puts you at 11 and 6.
So here's their schedule officially. It's home against Houston on Sunday night, and Houston is one of the hottest teams in the league with the best defense in the NFL.
They're home. They wouldn't get that a home game.
They went to overtime at home against the Colts 2 weeks ago. I mean, but they've mostly dominated.
That was pre-fracture of the leg, though. That was when we actually liked the Colts. Now we're all kind of like selling stock quickly. Like,
Yeah, how fast can we
you
offload?
would. God,
It's home against the Fighting Harbaughs on December 14th.
weren't
And then
even
it's
being
at
mean.
Tennessee. Then it's home against Denver Thursday on Christmas.
Jay's
in a few
number one
weeks.
team in the AFC. Here we
So-
go.
Road to the Super Bowl,
Dude, it's
baby.
gonna
Rolls
be-
through my eye.
Hit him with a homer fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But
I'm not from
No.
Colorado.
I played for the Chargers.
But if they get in, and I saw someone made a comment here, and by the way, thanks for hanging out with us. If you're in here, click that like button.
Yeah,
the
and Johnny,
subscribe
if
button,
you're in
help us
here
get
right
there.
now, you are in so much trouble. So
Johnny,
much
school.
Johnny, if you're in here,
Johnny,
you are in trouble. He's gonna write something. Watch, he'll write something if he's in here.
Johnny Boone 1 2
Yeah.
3. It's not me, I swear.
Johnny Boone 6969.
That's my dog, right? Dude. Hey, that's my dog. You be nice.
But if they get in, one more thing on the Chiefs, then we can get to some other DFQs here. But if they get in, and this is what I forget which commenter it was, made a great point. That can you envision the slate of mostly young quarterbacks in the AFC playoffs beating Mahomes, even if it's a home game? Like Drake May, awesome, great. It's a 13-win, 14-win Patriots team. Is Drake May beating Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game? Is Bo Nix beating Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game? Trevor Lawrence leading that division right now. Justin Herbert's never won a playoff game, right? To this point, I think he's badass. Lamar Jackson has been less than in the playoffs to this point. He's not young anymore. So that is like, if they can get in, it's like, okay, they might have to go through Denver, but Patrick Mahomes against Bo Nix. I'm oversimplifying that football matchup, but
Well, that becomes a different. I think that becomes a different matchup, especially because if you play a team for the third time in your conference in the season, dude, everything's out the window, right? And now you're talking about now you don't have your left tackle, and this team has two phenomenal defensive ends that are just like, it's like, okay, now we have problems. They know every nook and cranny of this offense. They know how to beat you. They know where they're coming from, and now they know you don't have a tackle. You're down two other guys on the right side. That becomes more of an issue. But yeah, they get into the playoffs. I'm not gonna. I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Like, they're not gonna win anything.
Throw the record out the windows. Throw the record out the windows.
I agree with that, but dude, there's so many teams. Like, look at the Patriots, right? I don't think they're gonna lose what they have right now because of the run game. What they're able to do in the run game is so effective, and the fact that they're like, hey, Drake, you don't have to do everything now. Like, you don't even have to do half of it anymore. Now, all of a sudden, the offense can have fun. They can be balanced. Teams have to start watching you more. And it's not just, let's get after this young quarterback because the OC and the head coach refuse to run the ball. It's like, no, now it's the opposite. Now we have to stop the run in order to get to the quarterback.
Comments are great. I
know.
I'm going to throw that. You guys ready
Here's
for the
the
next
thing. I'm
DFQ?
looking.
Don't look. That's dangerous. Don't do that.
You talked about the Patriots, right? And maybe this is a pivot shift, maybe it's not. Right now, the Patriots have played, I believe it's 7 out of the 10 teams that are going to draft in the top 10 next year.
Yeah.
Right? And so they as much as they're beating the crap out of people, they leave a lot of question marks in my mind. And that's where you look at the Broncos record and who they've beaten compared to New England's record. And that's where I feel there's that shift, that chasm, right? Tennessee's beat the absolute piss out of terrible teams. And it shows you that with a great quarterback in a young year and a really good head coach, you can flip those things on a head. But I agree with Mackey. You get Drake May and you get Mahomes into a playoff atmosphere together, you're always probably going to lean to Mahomes. Like, it's just any quarterback matchup in the AFC besides Josh Allen, I'm probably going to lean towards Mahomes.
That's the funny thing.
January hits. And I hate that. I hate it, but it's so true. Like, how do you bet against the guy in January?
Because here's the thing. It's easy right now. You know what it's like when you watch, like, I don't know, I'll use tennis as an example. And they got, like, the number rankings next to each player. And it's like, boy, this player's ranked number 1 in the world and is plowing through the Wimbledon bracket. But then there's Novak Djokovic, who's maybe the 10 seed because he doesn't play in as many tournaments or something. Yeah. You know, it's like, if you strip away the rankings and it's the final at Wimbledon, are you betting against Patrick? If you strip away the records and both teams are in the bracket and it's Patriots clean slate record playoffs, Chiefs clean slate record playoffs, are you really picking against Patrick Mahomes?
Well, here's why I would say you would. Number one, because Drake's never played him. So you have that like, hey, he doesn't even know what this game's about to be. He's just going to go play, right? You're going to get the most innocent quarterback that's out there. Like, this is a big game. Like, to him, he's like, this is just another game, right? It's not like the Burrows where all of a sudden when we Burrow, all of a sudden
down his leg.
Mahomes is like, damn it, it's Burrow, dude. Guys, watch out, it's Burrow. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, I feel like there's some quarterbacks that have other quarterbacks. Like, dude, your boy at the Bills just can't win in there. Can't win an Arrowhead in the playoffs, and it's like,
That's what I mean.
that's why you bet against them. But now all of a sudden you're like, well, there is no record here, so I guess it's a clean slate. If you're ever going to bet against Mahomes, it's got to be when this dude first faces him because he doesn't know any better. And it's like, go crazy, dude. Just sling the ball, Drake.
We will see.
Can't wait.
All
Hit
right.
me with another one, Mac. Come on.
Let's do this one from the live comments here on the YouTube channel from Max Muscle. How open and candid do players get with their coaches in the NFL?
I mean, this
You
is
guys
a
just
slippery
shifted
slope.
uncomfortably
This
when
is
I
an
asked.
This is a slippery slope, but I just want you to
so
know
dependent.
that if you are a cool coach, which I've had many of, the opening of doors to anything, some of the things that we have talked about are almost criminal. Like, you can be so open with a coach because he's going to be so open back, and you know that, like, he's kind of a psycho like you, so he's not going to judge you in that, like, I should tell someone about this. It's more like, you thought that too? I did too at one point. And you're like, finally, I've met my counterpart. They're awesome. The problem is, and I'm not going to name any names, if you catch a coach that's super like football, like you're like, you try to have a conversation like you be having a bad day. Hey, so-and-so, like, today was a bad day. Like, listen, this is what happened and I need to go. And it's like, I don't fucking care. Move on. And you're like, that's not really what I wanted to hear from the guy I need to tell this to, right? Or they're like, how dare you? Like, we used to talk sometimes about what guys like to do outside of football. So they'd be like their hobbies. Some guys like to hunt. We had a guy who was big into fashion, and I thought it was great. I was like, dude, he is extremely fashionable, and I think this is super chill what you do. And I loved his attire. Like, I thought it was great. And the coach came in and instantly just started berating him. Like, what are you doing here? Are we football players talking about? And I was like, dude, you just going to come in the conversation and, like, seriously? And he was like, yes, seriously, enough of this. We don't talk about this kind of stuff. And it was like, who is this guy? How's this guy just going to come in? This is actually a really cool conversation. I was kind of getting into it, and you're just going to come in here and, we're not talking about football. I'm surprised we're not talking about third down. And it's like, God, dude, there's a life outside of this. Please let these kids live it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very dependent on who the coach is, right? For example, Joe DeLisandris, I'll use him, my rookie offensive line coach.
R.I.P.,
right?
by the way.
One of my favorite coaches
greatest.
I've ever had. And I can remember being a young, like my OTAs into training camp, and in the room, he would just berate you. I mean, he'd make you feel this big. I mean, he would say stuff to you that you're like, I wouldn't say that to my worst enemy, right? Like, just, I mean, terrible.
If you saw this guy, you guys would all die. He is the most unassuming old man ever.
And I mean, stuff like, oh my God, I don't even know how you got here. I know you're coaching Nebraska, doesn't coach this shit. Why would you? And like, just terrible things. And he'd make you feel itty bitty. And I'll never forget, like, when I made practice squad, and it really wasn't until I made the practice squad. I'm sitting in our tent where we used to eat lunch. And he comes and sits next to me. He puts his arm around me and he goes, Jeremiah, tell me about your family. Tell me about, like, and then from there on, it was like Jekyll and Hyde. It was in the meeting room, like, absolutely berate you, call you names, make you feel stupid. And then outside, I let the dude watch my kids. Like, I would invite him over for dinner. I'd let him watch my kids. Like, I loved the guy. But you just had to realize that there was just these two sides to these coaches, that these guys that have been doing it, because they have elephant brains. They forget nothing. And so these guys that have been doing it since 1972, and they're just different. They're just wired different. It's like they can compartmentalize better than anyone I've ever been around, right? Football life, outside life. And then very rarely did the two ever really mix. And when they did, it was really fun and it was a really good time. But
you know who was good at that too? Tony was.
Tony was great at that.
Tony was great at
mixing the two.
As soon as the door shuts, we're all different characters, right? We are these guys that are on the film. We're not personally yelling at each other, and he would kind of remind you a lot.
Gotta have armadillo skin, man.
Right? Gotta be tough. As he would, like, post up clippings, and we'd be like, Tony, stop. You're doing this to us. But then, like, when you would get him outside, I'm not even kidding you, the greatest grandfather I ever saw in my life. Grandkids always came to practice. He became a little kid around them. And then instantly, like, you'd kind of poke fun at him, and he'd be like, who's you laughing at? Who's is you laughing at? You'd be like, not you, Tony. I was just like, he was such a great guy. And that's what makes football fun. Like, when you're in the room, as a pro player, you're like, I have to be this guy. I have to have thick skin, like Jay said, or I'm going to get fined for being sensitive or ultra. But the minute I go to lunch, I need someone that's like, hey, how's your wife? Are you taking care of her? Like, how are the kids? You spending time with them? Like, they check in with you. They're almost like your barometer for like, this guy's going to explode. We all need to be careful. Or they're like, hey, I need to calm you down. Let me talk to you a little bit. And Tony was such a great guy at being like, water off a duck's ass, right? Like,
that was his favorite.
He would say, water off a duck's ass, boys. And you'd be like, God, Tony, how do you let it slip? Because I'm so emotional. And he was the opposite. You know, he'd look at you through those glasses and give you one of these, like, what are we getting so emotional about? And it's like, he'd look at Sirles like, Sirles, I don't hear enough bells going. Like, he'd turn around, ding, ding, ding. And it'd be like, God. But you get those guys, and they're great because when it's serious, but when it's fun, right? And they let you know that you have to be both worlds. But there are very few that are still like this, that are like, football is all day, every day. And those are the guys that after 3-4 weeks, you just burn out.
You're done.
You're like, man, I can't do this anymore. Like, I got to be something like, well, you're not going to stay and watch film? You don't want to watch any film? It's like, it's 10:30 at night. I got to be back here in 3 hours. Can I please go home for a minute? Oh, I thought you were tougher than that. And you're like, oh my, it just never ends. The insults just keep coming.
But then you also know that there's the last thing on this. There's those coaches that have direct mouthpieces to the head man and have direct mouthpieces to the GM. And you hear one or two things about them. And so when they come sit down at the lunch table, it's just like, nope, no, I'm good. I'm good. Nothing's wrong in my life. How's your life? Everything good? Fantastic. Cool. I'm going to eat my chicken breast and you can go ahead and fuck right off. Right? Like, it's just one of those things like,
no joke.
Like,
the whole room gets quiet.
The whole
Everyone
room gets
knows.
quiet. Like, you just know that there's certain dudes that are just, they're snakes. Like, and they don't do it on
moles.
purpose.
They're
moles, right? You got to look for the mole. And as soon as you and people will tell you when you show up to the new room, they're like, hey, don't talk to him.
Hey.
Like, what do you mean? They're like, no. Him, excommunicado. You be nice to him. Like, he'll throw you under the bus as quickly as you can. You be nice to him, but excommunicado that man. You're like, got
Within
it. Sounds
5 minutes. Within 5 minutes of being here, 10 people told me, this is where we have to draw the line. And I was like, understood. They were like, I'm not messing around. It was like Chad Greenway was like, line gets drawn here. I was like, understood. Yep. He was like, don't cross it or it's your own death. Like, I'm just warning you now. And I was like, I don't need to know if this is true or not. I'm going to assume. And then, like, 9 other people came to me and were like, did you talk to Chad? I was like, yes. Yeah. So, like, you know the rules.
And when you say like the line, you mean like the people that like if they're
that means
around...
that if they come around, everything's gravy. We are great. He's great. I'm great. You're great. Everything's great. I'm happy
Everyone's
to be
awesome.
here. We're all having fun.
You don't let nothing crack.
Right?
No loose
what are we
lips.
really talking about at the table, right? Everyone's kind of looking around like, hey, man, how you feeling? You need anything?
Yeah.
You want me to call that guy? I can get that shit. You want it? Right? And then all of a sudden you look over
like everything all
hey,
right at home? Everything good? Like,
you good? What's up, man? You good? What's wrong?
Or you're or like you're whining, you're bitching about something. As soon as that dude comes around, it's like,
dude, there used to be code words. Muskrat. You'd be like, oh man, people would say I got to go to a meeting somewhere.
I forgot about the code words, dude.
Muskrat,
oh, dude,
muskrat.
code words come out,
The
man.
code
You're like,
words used to
I got to
come
go
out.
to a meeting. What?
Hey, I got to treatment, right? Treatment. We all got treatment.
Yes,
Treatment.
Let's see. Jacob Merrill chimes in here live on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel. How checked out are the players on the 3 or lower win teams in the NFL right now?
This goes either way. This kind of goes an either way question because hear me now, there's 2 sets of groups on that team right now. There's the veteran group that are looking around going, half of us are definitely not going to be here next year, so I need to pick my shit up, right? Like, out of all the garbage on this film, let's just pick out a team, the Tennessee Titans, right? You're looking at them right now. They have what, like 1 win, 2 wins? And half of the team right now is going, hey, if we don't at least look somewhat adequate on film, like not give up sacks, create running lanes, we're going to get cut for cause. Like, they're going to be like, you're the reason this team sucks. You have to go. If we can show that we're still getting better, playing tough, right? Like, at some point you'll have guys, because we've all been on that team that doesn't make the playoffs, right? And I've been very fortunate that most of the teams that I've on, we were either the last game knocked us off or like the game before the last, right? Like, we had the whole season to fight. But the minute that you get into one of those games, you're like, hey, we didn't make it, which is bad. This is bad. Like, people are like, this is bad, guys. We're supposed to make the playoffs. We are paid $250 million collectively to make the playoffs, and we didn't do that. And it's like, oh shit, this is a big deal. This is a problem. And they're like, yes, this is a problem. Now here's when I knew it was one of the problems. I was at a team, and one of the guys comes up to me and he goes, I'm not name dropping. He goes, this is exactly how this owners meeting is going to go. And I go, really? And he goes, word for word. He goes, says it every year. Don't know if he means it. Guy comes in, says it word for word, and I looked at him and I go, dude, he goes, guess what? I think you're gone, and so am I, and so are the rest of us. And I was like, oh my God, I think we are all gone. Like, oh my, this is it. Like, this is how it happens. And I'm telling you, man, the other half, yeah, they're in Cabo. They're done. They're young. They're like, well, I tried.
It's not my
fault.
It's
fault.
either the young high round draft picks that are used to winning. Right? I think this is part of what's happening with Abdul Carter. Right? Abdul Carter comes from Penn State. They're winning
shots
a bunch
fired.
of football games. Everything's going well. All of a sudden now he's at a 2-10 football team, looking around like this season's over. It's like he doesn't understand the full picture of the game yet. And so he's late to meetings, missing meetings, whatever it might be, because he is a little bit checked out. And that happens with young high-round draft picks because they know they're safe. They're not going anywhere. Regardless if the coach leaves, the GM leaves, like they're not going anywhere. Similar with very, very high-paid, high-level veterans, right, that are maybe not the most driven individuals in the world, but they're looking around going, I'm going to be here next year, and this year's a wash, so I'm just going to get my paycheck and take a shower and head on home. Right? Yeah. That happens too. And, but there's that middle area like Boone's talking about, probably 60% of the roster. Right? The 40%,
which is a good amount. It's
the 40% are checked, like pretty much either checked out or they don't understand. They don't understand the gravity of the situation just yet as a young player.
There you go.
They just don't understand the gravity yet of it. They will, or they won't, and they'll be gone soon. But there's 60% of the roster that's fighting for their life every single play, every single practice, every single game. And they understand that, hey, we're 3 wins, but if I check out here, I may never get another. Because guess what? Teams don't love poaching players from losing football teams. Why do you think Super Bowl teams get poached all the time? Yeah. Like, they want winners. They want people to come in that they were on a winning culture, and they want guys to come in. Unless you're a stud and you were kind of a backup rotational starter on a 2-win football team, you better be damn good. Like, you better be good and show you can prove your worth, because what else are you bringing to the table? And so when you're in that 60%, you have to always be locked in, because the second you check out, it might be the last time you ever put on a helmet in the NFL. And so you just have that mentality going forward. And then when you have a good group of guys that, even if you're on a bad team, but you can get that number up to 80% of people that are bought in, things can see, and the owner can see that, the GM can see that. It really starts going bad when practices start going to shit. Yeah. When practices start going to shit and people are checked out at practices and missing meetings and being lazy and missing walkthroughs and missing assignments in practice, that's when you know everything's pretty much gone off the rails.
And I don't know that it's 40%. It's probably more like 25%. And then 15% are so young that they're like, what are we doing? And you're like, just shut up for a minute, okay? We all need to think. Let us process, young one. We'll figure this out and let you know next. Like, literally, there are such, like, when crazy things happen and you get kicked out of the playoffs, the 60%, and it's always the offensive line that are part of the 60%, because if you don't care, people get hurt, like really, really bad. Like, you can't not fucking care in this room, right? Mm-hmm. You could be 0-16 in one more game, and you're like, yo, we're putting our best foot forward, because if we don't, this guy's dead. The backup's dead. Everybody behind us is dead. So we're always in this,
all
right?
Getting cut.
We're all getting cut. And it's funny because, like, some of the young guys are like, what does this mean? And you're like, shut up. I'm trying to process real quick, okay? Like, who's upset today? Because that's another thing. Like, the minute you get knocked out of the playoffs, the coaches, you don't know how they're going to approach the day. They could come in like, hey, man, let's just work on development today. We still have a game Sunday. Or they could come in and they had a bad night, and all of a sudden it's, we're all getting cut anyway, so what do we care? And you're like, dude, shh. He's good. He's good. He's good. Shh. Go get a banana. Shut up. Shut up. Right? Like, you're scaring him. Right? And they're like, they're going to cut us all anyways. And you're, shut up.
Yeah. I'm fired. You're fired. We're all fired. The kid on practice squad.
Hey, you know what it is?
Like, I don't want to get fired.
Have you ever seen Burnt? When he gets drunk and he goes to the other guy's restaurant and he's like, the chef knows he's drunk and he's like trying to kill himself and he's like stopping him and he's like, why does it matter? That's how the coaches are, because they're like, I'm gone. I am directly responsible for this. And then they're looking at you like, sorry, buddy, I couldn't help you. And you're like, you didn't. You didn't take me down with you.
But then you're also like, there's 4 weeks left, dude. Like, Clock in.
We have to work on these twists. What's it matter?
I'm going to go in the archive here. I have a bunch saved from like previous weeks that we haven't gotten to. Bad Dad Joke 2197 says, outside of freakish athleticism, what do you think is the single biggest factor in determining an offensive lineman's potential coming from college to the NFL?
You want to take this? You want me to?
I'm trying to think of the one thing. Like I have a couple things, but I'm trying to narrow it down to like the one thing. I think the one thing for me that you could always tell with a guy that would come in, regardless of athleticism or not, if he came in and he just showed that he wanted to get better. Like, because once you're in the NFL, regardless if you're a first-round pick, second-round pick, undrafted free agent, you immediately can tell the guys that want to get better or don't want to get better, right? Everyone has a certain skill set to just get into the door, right? But then it's like, okay, who's willing to actually put in the extra work? Who's willing to ask the hard questions? Who's willing to show the interest level of, hey, I don't understand that. Can you go over that again? You're like, oh, young one is learning, right? Like that drive and that desire to just try and get better and to ask hard questions and not show up as a mid-round pick and be like, yeah, I'm good. I'll be able to figure this thing out. And you're like, well, you're going to die. Like there's this drive that you can feel from these young players that go in. But probably the biggest thing technically wise is their hands. If you have a young player that can throw his hands and consistently throw his hands, he's going to see the field faster than the guy that can't. Because in college, you get away with it. You're bigger, faster, stronger. You just play basketball with the guy and you just stay in front of him and you latch on and you grab him. But if you don't strike in the NFL, you're dead. And so if you have a young player that can walk in and show that he can consistently strike with his hands, that's a huge, huge thing that not many players coming out of college could do.
I echo what Jay says. I think number one, it's humility, right? Like, you come in, they're very quiet. And like Jay says, they're quick to ask questions. They want to learn from you. Like, that's the one thing that when I came in, it was just like, shut up, right? And I came in with some really old dudes, and they were like,
yeah,
just
that depends on the room. It depends on the room.
And it was like, don't talk. Understand your role, just do the bitch work. And it was like, okay, I got it. And once you do that, they accept you, right? And then the rest of your career, you're kind of looking around like, well, who's not doing what I did, right? Like, who's trying to resist this? And then instantly you see those guys that resist, they don't make it because the team has to flow, right? Everyone's got a job. It's like the Belichick. Just do your job, all right, man? I don't need you to come out and be my left tackle. Just get the goddamn bagels on Tuesday, okay? And stop bitching because we're paying you $1 million. Shut up. Right? That's what I tell my rookies in the gym. You're not going to be asked to be Joe Alt all the time, okay? Just do your goddamn job. And if you do that, they'll let you come back the next day and the next day. And eventually you do have to learn to grow. Like, one of the best things I love about, especially this generation now, is they ask a lot of questions, but they're very informative questions. Like, they're very like, they don't just ask questions to ask questions like we did. Like, I remember sitting in a lot of meetings going, I haven't said anything in weeks. I should probably ask a question, right? Like, you'd be like, hey, coach, what's the D&D here? And all of a sudden, no, I'm not even kidding you. You'd hear a vet go, shut the fuck up, rookie. Sorry, I'm done.
They know I'm here. They know I'm here. They know I'm here.
He heard me. He heard me, right? These kids are they're more like, hey, coach, can we go over that, like, so-and-so defense, or like, hey, how come this isn't the mic? Or they'll be like, they ask questions like, why does this happen when I do this? And you're like, well, that's because the reaction of pushing force through the ground and it's driving this. And they're like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. And you're like, boy, I never would have asked that. I would have just been like, okay, cool, whatever you say, boss, you're the boss, right? Like, such a better generation of learning. Which is great, because that's how you become a good O-lineman. And two, asking questions leads to you putting your own conclusion to stuff, right? You're going to ask somebody a question, and this is something that they have to get used to. Like, you might ask somebody advice, and they give you something that you don't like. You have to learn how to go, oh, I appreciate that, and then not do it if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people will be like, oh, now I feel compelled to do it. And it's like, no, you need to take that in and go, does this play to me or not, right? Like, when I first got to the NFL, I didn't really know how to jump set. And so not Solari Firster was like, we need to teach you how to jump set, especially with these long arms. And I was like, I don't know about that. It sounds really risky. You have zero margin for error, like, you know what I'm saying? And then instantly, once you start doing it, you're like, wow, this kind of makes life easier because I can keep changing. And he was like, finally, right? And that's when I was like, man, I do need to open up my mind. These kids now naturally have that, but also, too, toughness, right? One of the things that I always used to look for is how long does it take someone to complain? Right, all of us here are broken already. I knew how broken everybody was on the O-line. We all talked openly to each other, not around the mole.
As long as the mole wasn't there.
Exactly. The minute a new guy came in, it was like day one, start. Let's see how long it takes him to bitch about something, right? And some guys, it was an hour. Some guys, it was a month. Some guys, it wasn't their entire rookie season. It was like, that's a good rookie, right? Instantly, you start to see, like, what's this guy made of? And the guys that bitch about the dumb things, you're like, oh, my fingers hurt. You're like, your finger hurts you? My brain's been hurting since I was 12.
Now your back's going to hurt because you
Right?
just pulled landscaping duty. Yeah.
Yeah, guess what? Take a nap or I put you to sleep.
Boys, are you ready to make some picks?
Let's
Week
do it.
14 in the
I am.
National
This is
Football
a
League.
tough week, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
The National Football
I'm
League.
all
And
over.
we will make those
do it.
picks in a moment here after I tell you about a great potential holiday gift idea, okay? So if you're either bad at figuring out gifts or you're a last-minute gift giver, let me direct you to Aura Frames. So this is cool. You can digitally upload any photo at any time, multiple photos, to Aura Frames. And you could even you could gift this and then have like digitally uploaded photos of Alex Boone with his little Brute hooded sweatshirt or whatever in the frame. And right now we have a deal for you O-Line Committee listeners and viewers. Perfect holiday gift, auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter. Use that code OLINE at checkout, auraframes.com, promo code OLINE. It's an exclusive deal to O-Line Committee listeners, and frames will sell out fast between now and the end of December. So order yours now and get it in time for the holidays. O-Line, the code at auraframes.com. Also, O-Line Committee is pumped and excited to be partnered with Menards this football season. Menards is your one-stop shop for everything for your car, and that includes FVP Carb Cleaner. FVP starting fluids helps start stubborn engines fast in cold weather and saves batteries. Like today, it was 10 degrees below zero in the Twin Cities this morning. Just ridiculous.
So cold.
I let our dog out, and she just got wide eyes and turned right back around like, can I just pee in the house? I don't know. This is dumb. No, you go. FVP Carburetor Cleaner quickly dissolves carburetor deposits such as gum, sludge, and varnish to improve fuel system performance. So head to Menards. Stock up on FVP Carb Cleaner because performance matters on the road and beyond. Football. All right, party. Football. Let's go. We'll put this up on the screen for the live YouTube audience, and we'll explain this for the audio audience.
Here we go.
So Alex chose his one double down last week, and
And
he
it was
chose
ballsy.
wisely.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
you were a lone wolf on Dallas, and you doubled down, and they won. And so you wind up with a 4-2 record last week. I was 2-3. Jeremiah 1-4. The rough season continues for Jay. So Booney's now 35-25. I'm 32-27. I have yet to use my double up. Jeremiah also has used his. Is at 27-33 with December football in the windshield here, boys. So here are the games. And we pick 4 games and then a random college game. So I left Colts Jaguars off the slate.
MAC championship, baby. Let's go.
Oh my God, you are
Go.
terrible,
Party.
dude. I love the MAC championship. Let's go.
So we'll start with Cowboys at Lions Thursday night football.
Okay, I'll go first. Listen, Frank Ragnow couldn't come back. This has still not been shored up. I'm telling you right now that
Wait,
Micah Parsons
is he coming back now? He's not coming back.
He's not.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying the Lions are not going to get fixed. This is going to be a problem until you show me that you can shore up the middle of that. And I get it. You have Jahmyr Gibbs and everything's great out there, but you have problems in the interior. In Dallas, what have they been doing? Micah Parsons has been putting pressure on everybody, right? And then you talk about Quinnen Williams. Like, this could be a real issue in the Cowboys.
Plays for the Packers. Just
Sorry.
up on
Thinking
that.
of Quinnen Williams.
Where's that
Exactly what I'm
bell?
thinking of.
Where's my
I'm all
bell?
over. I'm all over.
That's a
CTE.
bad one.
I'm already thinking of it. All right, that's why I was like, no, it's Quinnen, you idiot. Still, problems. I don't like it. And, dude, Pickens and CD, until you can stop those two. And by the way, I don't even think they've had to work really hard yet. I think they're just playing on more fun.
Yeah.
And they're more like, hey, you just want to go out and mess around today? Sure, we'll go to the casino after. Like, well, then let's come back here and keep playing. Like, the fact that they're doing this so well, it's like we should watch out because this could get electrifying. Dak's on a new world. Give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys here, too. Terrion Arnold went on IR this week as well. Another cornerback out for
They've had
the
such bad
Lions.
luck
They've
there,
had, I mean, their back end is really toast. And I think the Cowboys feel like they're in do or die mode every week now. And as long as you can live in that mode of we're chasing Philly, let them implode as we continue forward. I think this is another one where the Cowboys are treating every game like a playoff. The Lions have to treat it that way, too, with where they're at. But I like what the Cowboys have done. I picked against them last week, and I can't pick against them again. So give me the boys.
Oh, man.
Is that
Stop
why you're
electrocuting yourself?
I'm trying to. It's frozen. Hold on. Is that why you're picking them? Because you picked against them? Is that
I picked them 2 weeks ago. They won. I picked against them last week. They didn't. So I'm gonna go back. I'm going back with them.
Yeah, listen.
Do it, Phil. No, Phil. Do it.
I've been kind of giving the warning shots of, hey, don't sleep on the Cowboys for a few weeks here now. But at the end of the day, two things are true about this game. Well, three things. The Lions are home, which is nice. The Lions are equally desperate now because they are on the outside looking in here. They need to pick up wins or they miss the playoffs.
Do it, Phil.
And at the end of the day, for 30 years, the Cowboys find a way to cowboy, and they will cowboy in this game. And the Lions will win at home and further their chances to make the playoffs.
Double down.
I still
right
think
now.
Dallas could run the table after this and still maybe make the playoffs, but I'll
Double
take Lions.
down right now, Phil. Come on.
You know, I'm going to save my double down. I'm going to pick a better spot. This is 50-50 here. Yeah. I might save it for the MAC championship. We'll see.
Oh, God.
Got a real confident take on that one. Okay, Bears at Packers.
Bear down. Bear down. I'm going to go down. I'm going to bear down. I'm going to bear down. I'm going to believe in Ben Johnson. I know that last week if the Packers play like that, I mean, good luck, but they have been the roller coaster of emotion all season long. I can't guarantee myself that Jordan Love's going to show up. That defense is going to show up in the same way. I like the Packers. I like the Bears to walk into Packerville and come out with the W and keep the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Play it. I want you to play
next.
it. I want you to play it.
Okay.
I want you to play it.
I'll play it for you.
Yes. Come on. Let's go.
I want the Bears to soak in today and tomorrow and the lead up to Sunday's game. Take a deep breath, take in that first place number 1 seed in the NFC air because it's the last time they will be this season. I think the Packers win at Lambeau. The Pack. Booney?
You said the Pack?
Yep.
Oh, I'm going Bears for sure. And I get it. This is where I was thinking about Micah Parsons because I was looking at these games earlier and I was like, oh, this is a sweet slate. The fact that the Bears are able to run the ball so well automatically neutralizes Micah Parsons, and it's like, okay, this is going to be a problem, right? Like, we're going to run it 55 times, but here's what I think is hilarious. Ben Johnson walked himself in to such a problem because when he took that job, he was quick to point out that they beat the Packers a lot. He was like, boy, I can't wait to beat the Packers, right? What'd the Packers do? They went out and traded for Micah Parsons. They were like, now let's see what you say. And
they
then
went out and traded for Quinn Williams.
The week before, all of a sudden they go, well, this is going to be a problem. Let's start running the ball. Let's put up 250 yards with Monunga and Swifty, and now all of a sudden we're just going to let everybody know how we're going to come after this game. Give me the Bears, and the O-line's been playing great. Give me the Bears and Packers. What time's this game at? Noon?
Probably.
What time is this game? Nah, it's gotta be. Is it a noon game?
This has got to be a noon game. I feel like Texans Chiefs.
No, this is the prime game. This is the Tom Brady game. 3:20.
Oh, is it?
Tom Brady game.
Nice.
All right. The dark skies.
I'm good with that.
It's all right. So while you guys are aligned, I am opposite on these first two. So let's go to Texans at Chiefs.
I'll go first. Give me the Houston Texans. I think the Texans, with that defense that they have been playing with, is just been suffocating. The Chiefs being down 3-0 linemen is going to make it really hard for them to just say, we're just going to run the football. We're going to neutralize Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I think that the Texans are playing with their hair on fire. I don't think this is going to be a very high-scoring game at all. I think this is going to be one of those you win 17-14, 17-20, somewhere in that realm there. But I'd like the Texans with that defense to go in there against the 3 backup O-linemen from Kansas City.
Okay. It's a Sunday night game. I should have mentioned that too. And Eagles Cardinals is the
Sunday night.
Give me I can't I'm just until until I see the flat line on the Chiefs, it's hard to. Here's a guy.
Here's a guy.
I'm just
Give me the Chiefs.
just the fact I have to listen to Collinsworth glaze over and just all over Mahomes for 3 hours. It's just the worst.
All right, Booney.
I don't know, man. I could go either way on this game because I know that Jay's upset about these 3 linemen. I just don't know that I could trust Houston's offense. Like, I'm looking at this going, are they going to put it together? I mean, you're in the Chiefs' land. You know what? I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Is Woody Marks back? Let's look up. I need to because that's a huge piece of that offense.
Well, you already made your picks.
I know. No, I'm not going back on it regardless.
Mackey, is Woody Marks
He returned to practice. So he might be back. He returned to practice today. So yeah, he's probably back.
We won't officially know probably until.
All right,
So
give me.
you
You know what? Here we
Texans?
go. Here we go. I'm going to do it. You're right, because maybe I just see, maybe I see Mahomie doing Mahomie things. Give me the Chiefs.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's the right side of history there. We'll see. Okay.
Jay,
Eagles
you're going
at-
down so fast.
Eagles at Chargers. Monday Night Football.
Boone has to pick first since it's his dad.
You think I'm afraid to do this right now with the dysfunction
Sensitive.
on the Eagles? I would absolutely not. Hit me with an ultra. Go ahead. I'll come through the screen right now. You talk about my dad like that again. I
Ultra.
swear to God. Give me the Chargers on
Stockholm.
Monday night. Here we go. Lock me up. Throw away the key. I'm with it.
How many Harbaughs can you say in 30 seconds?
Oh, I told my kids this morning to attack today with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. They know it by heart now. And I was like, you better, my mighty, mighty men and women. I'm so proud of you, my mighty men and women.
Who's got it better
than
than
us.
us?
In this negative 11 degrees, who's got it better than us? Nobody.
Nobody. I agree. Chargers continue the tailspin for the Eagles.
Mac,
The
I'm just
Chargers.
saying this because I really am a Stockholmer. I don't know that you should. I don't know that you should follow me down this road.
I'm all in, man.
Okay,
I'm all
you're
in.
on your own.
Amari and Hampton's supposed to maybe be back this week. Right?
That means that he's not. Maybe
You
means
compare
not.
him and Vidal together, but I'm
Chargers
gonna-
have the better head coach. Chargers have the better
There's no
quarterback.
question.
They've got the big time home field advantage out there in Los
But
Angeles.
What scares me about this is their offensive line, right? You talk about a
Yes.
defensive line that could get after you quickly, and that's where I look and I go, listen, I am definitely a Stockholming myself when I say this. Do I think that they could, if Amari and Hampton, if they came out and said for sure that he was coming back, I would go, I have way better hopes. But the fact that he's probably not going to play, it's like, and you're down both your tackles, it's going to be tough. And you just had surgery on your left wrist. This could be a little tricky, right? Like, brace for impact.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles here. I think that the Eagles are going to be super pissed off. They need a get right game. They feel the Cowboys coming behind them, right? They're rocking. They're like, "Ugh, if we drop another one, we're letting them get closer. So I think this is an Eagles to get right game.
And then that brings us to
What a barn burner.
the
Hey.
Maction Championship here,
Is it on
boys.
is it on a Wednesday or
Miami of Ohio. Let me see.
I'm gonna give you mine right now 'cause I gotta
They
roll.
played
I
it
gotta-
last night, actually. Yeah.
Hey, I got to jump into a meeting. I'm going Miami of Ohio. I would never root for anything Michigan. Get out of my face with that disgusting nastiness. And I believe that Willie Beavers was from Western Michigan, was he not?
he
was
was
that-
Willie Beavers was a Western Michigan Bronco.
Absolutely why I have no faith in them to do this. Let's go, Miami. You get it done right now.
All right, Booney.
Hey,
Buddy.
you know I love you guys. Appreciate
guys.
you. Talk to y'all soon.
All right, Miami. Okay. I mean, we're pretty close out the door here too, but you know what? I'll let you create some drama here because give me the vaunted rushing attack. Brock Lowry, 875 yards, 14 touchdowns. Jalen Buckley with another 636 and 6 touchdowns.
It's crazy. I have no idea which team we're
Which
talking
team
about.
am I picking?
You just named 3 names, and gun to my head, I have no idea which team you are discussing.
Give me Western Michigan.
I'll
The
go with
legacy of PJ Fleck.
Hey,
Let's go.
I'll follow you down this train, man. I'll follow you down this road. I'll go Western Michigan as well. Go Broncos.
All right, that's a wrap. The O-line committee. Thanks for hanging out with us live here. For Jeremiah, for Booney, I'm Phil. Happy Week 14. Happy championship week in college football, and we'll recap it all on Monday. Tell your friends.